Previously on Poker After Dark, the cash game.
King.
It's so sick, man. For Gus to lose this hand like that.
I'm so nervous, though. Let's run it one time.
Probably not gonna make a big difference. I kind of had decided to go up. He wins.
Well, there's an old saying, the only thing you need to play this game is a chip and a chair. But to sit down and win against the best, you need a whole lot more. Poker actually isn't about winning and losing. Poker's about making the right decision. You gotta know when to call, when to fold, when to push all in. When luck shuts the door, you gotta come in through the window. And that's where the skill comes in. You gotta have the courage to bluff. Courage doesn't necessarily mean the absence of fear. But you gotta swallow that pride. You gotta throw your hand away when you know you're beat. When you're really on your game, you can look your opponent in the eye and you know if you've got him or you know if he's got you. It doesn't matter how good you are. Everything can change when those cards are in the air. We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. That's poker, folks.
Welcome to Poker After Dark. I'm Leanne Tweeden. We've had a ton of ups and downs in this cash game, and we're moments away from getting it going again. Even with Phil Hellmuth's departure, this lineup is stacked. Phil Locke, Ellie Alezra, Tom Dwan, Doyle Brunson, and Gus Hansen. Let's get the cards in the air.
Hellmuth's departure is only temporary. His chips are still at the table. Supposedly he's off to a birthday party, but is coming back. Looking at the chip stacks, Doyle Brunson is the big winner, up $131,000. Phil Locke, the only other winner currently at the table, up about 75 grand. Ellie Alezra is stuck about 75, Gus Hansen stuck almost 100, and Tom Dwan is down almost 150,000. Four-way limp pot to kick off the evening.
4 players to the flop. First action. Checks.
No one's hooked up with that flop.
Check.
Locke's ace high, the best hand.
Bets 1,000.
He fires 1,000 and takes it down. That'll be a modest boost of Phil Locke's impressive win so far, most of which came courtesy of Gus Hansen. He had King 3 and moved it all in on the turn with a pair of 3s. Locke had Queen Jack and called with a pair of Jacks. That's when Gus rebought for 100,000, one of 2 rebuys so far this week. Ellie Alezra right there, the man who holds the other rebuy. He's also in for an extra 100,000, total of 200 each.
I have a bad sense of smell, but I don't smell it.
Every player at the table is a Poker After Dark, the cash game veteran. The youngest man at the table actually has the most previous appearances with 4. Ellie Alezra has 3. Doyle Brunson with a couple. And Phil Locke and Gus Hansen with 1 apiece.
That was me, preacher. That was me over here in this corner. Even though I don't go to church, but I'm just saying that.
Live straddle to 800 by Gus Hansen.
One time we came in to church and they came back and asked us to leave when we was kids.
Well,
Call.
Oh, sorry.
No.
9 of hearts, tray clubs.
we found your fold point.
9 of hearts, tray clubs. Exposed.
600 with 9 rags.
All right, let's go.
Three players to the flop, 800 apiece.
Oh, man.
Top pair for Doyle, middle pair for Gus.
Bottom pair. With not the nut kicker.
Bets 2,500. Call.
How much is Phil up?
170.
5,000 extra goes into the pot as it's down to heads up, and Gus spikes a 6.
Good for him.
He's now got the best hand with
That's what
trips.
they count, right? 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. No, 90. 95 actually, sorry.
That's 4,500.
They counted it if any one hand, probably, yeah.
Yeah, they count only
I
the
believe it's
cash,
even more.
the
Let me
chips.
just make sure this is. Yeah, that is 100. Okay, so he has a very healthy amount.
Doyle's bet out again for 4,500.
40,
55.
53, 10, 20, 30, 40, 53, 63, 73, 75, 100, 104, 105, 6, 7,
This birthday, this
107,400.
birthday gonna be long time. This birthday.
Gus pops it to 11-7 total.
8,000. Holy cow.
I mean, that's what I put you on, and then I went ahead and bet. Ah, smart man.
Raised to 72 more.
I had queen high on that hand.
You flop pair of eights in the flush draw? Wow.
Didn't have any flush draw.
I save money. I have 9-5 a diamond.
So Doyle gets on himself a little bit for leading out on the turn. Despite his read, he folds and Gus takes the pot.
Hey, I went online and I read, and I couldn't find anything except Amarillo's little comment about the eating a quail for a day, and I couldn't find any medical thing. Can you really not eat a quail for a day for 30 days? Something toxicity thing?
I tried it one time. After about 17 or 18 days, it looked like a turkey.
You looked like a turkey?
The quail looked like a turkey to me. It's so rich, you get to where you can't eat it.
You just couldn't eat it.
Not the wild
I love that you
quail.
tried it. You went 17 days deep on it?
I tried it. I had a bet on it, yeah.
Oh, and you lost the bet then?
Eat a quail a day for 30 days.
Oh, wow.
Everybody thinks they can do it.
Gus, I bet you can't do it. I'll bet you 20K.
I don't even want to try it.
Tom?
Don't want to try it.
I'll give you odds, Tom.
Minnesota Fat said that they could
Give me like 100 to 1 and I'll gamble.
Said they could take a turkey and stuff it with quail and he'd eat it every day.
I guess I just should put my, I wonder if I'm risking like life force units or whatever. Like, will I die early if I experiment with that?
I don't think it'll hurt you. It's just, I think any wild game might have the same effect. You might not be.
Were you allowed to eat a little for breakfast, a little for lunch?
No, you had to eat it all at one time. And if
At dinner time, you just have to do it.
And if you threw up, you lost.
Couldn't you just eat another one?
That's 1,100.
No.
You threw up and you want him to reach an.
I mean, what if it's on the last day? Come on.
And how much did you bet? What percentage of your net worth was it bet? Was it like did you really, you were thinking, oh, I'm going to do it, I'm betting 25% of my net worth kind of thing?
Probably was.
I love how you guys did it back in the day.
30 quails in 30 days? It doesn't sound so tough. Welcome back for more Poker After Dark, the cash game.
Oh, and he bet a guy 20,000. And
We did a little homework over the break, and apparently quail's not the leanest bird on earth.
kid would go in the show.
High in cholesterol and fat.
The other twin.
Just 1 cup of it will give you 40% of your daily cholesterol
I don't know if that's
and
true or not.
30% of your daily fat.
Yeah. I mean, they rotated.
Oh, I didn't know he folded, sorry. I folded.
Juan asleep at the wheel.
16.
Raise it to 16 total.
I'm not shielded. I'm just right open in the world. I still have my shades on, semi-shielded, I guess. But.
Three-way pot, Phil Luck with the only pair. He's got a gut shot straight draw to go with it.
Check.
I checked.
Nut flush draw for Doyle Brunson on the turn. 4 to a straight out there. Gus fires out with ace high.
Call.
Phil Locke quickly making the call. Doyle lays down, not getting the right price.
Heads up to the river.
Will Gus fire the bluff on the end? Phil Locke busted him earlier this week.
What's the damage there? How much?
13-2.
Just shy of a pot-sized bet here.
I don't know what to do. I got a very weak dribbly-dibbly thing going on here.
I can't beat a weak dribbly thing.
Looks like Phil Locke's got Gus Hansen's number. Big call by the Unabomber. Couldn't beat a 5, couldn't beat a 7, couldn't beat a king, couldn't beat spades. Couldn't beat a better 6, 2 pair. And that hurts if you're Gus.
Small blind, big blind. Big blind.
Need change, kid? I can make change. You give me one of those?
16 again.
I don't have any big chips, so.
Doyle open raises with queen 9 off.
Call.
Gus will try again, this time with pocket 3s.
A little more playful than you were when you sit down.
Wow.
Is there an explanation for that?
I haven't won too many hands. I know when to put in 20,000 with a 6 8.
Heads up to the flop.
9s for Doyle.
Check.
He picks up an open-ended straight draw to go with them.
Check.
Yeah, yeah.
Got a 3,000.
Could look like a purchase order for the pot. And that's exactly what Gus was thinking when he called. The bad run continues for Hansen.
That's what I have to play. Queen 9, queen 9.
Oh, you mean the tightest player at the table, Doyle Brunson?
That's me.
Can Gus turn things around? Find out when we return for more Poker After Dark, the cash game. Welcome back to the Golden Nugget for more Poker After Dark, the cash game. Gus Hansen is now stuck almost $110,000.
Could you give me a heads up like a day before you start?
Huh?
Could you give me a heads up a day before you start that?
Yeah, I warn y'all.
You will? Oh, that's nice of you.
Raise it, 1,400 total.
Take it all, Phil.
I'm trying to, but there's only 12 hours of play, you know?
Where is it?
Come on, kid. I had this whole thing sutured up. I was gonna this and that and the flop and collect on the turn.
Raising a call, and Ellie Alezra makes it 6,200 total. Now Tom Dwan looks down at ace queen off.
It seems weird that you have 100,000 there, but it looks like $75. You should volume up, sir. You know.
Dwan doesn't look to be folding here. Ellie looking on with intent.
Re-raise it to 17-3.
There's the big re-raise. And if you're Ellie Alezra, you hate this. He'll make the call, however, and is in terrible shape heading to the flop out of position against Tom Dwan, who's got him dominated.
Heads up on the flop.
Not your favorite flop with ace-jack off, or ace-queen for that matter. Dwan has control of the pot and position, though.
Check.
He's really been paying a lot of attention to Ellie when in pots against him. Doesn't like what he sees there and checks behind. Now Ellie with the chance to bluff at this.
So what did Eric do today?
I don't know, probably click off, I think.
He's a nice kid. Tickles me.
Huh?
I laugh at him.
Ellie tanking now. Just because Dwan checks behind you on the flop doesn't mean he hasn't connected. We've seen that this week on a few occasions.
Check.
No betting on the turn either.
Check.
Board pairs on the end, and now Alezra with a quick check. Dwan rolls over the winner. That's a big pot for ace-queen high.
Did you connect, Gus? I did. If they didn't get crazy.
You would have taken
Been so long, I forgot what it
a
was.
lot more from me.
No, kid.
We'll return with more Poker After Dark, the cash game, in a moment. The Golden Nugget is home to several high-end retail shops. From exquisite jewelry to timepieces to fashionable clothing. We know you will find something to walk away with here at the Golden Nugget. NBC's Poker After Dark, the cash game continues right now.
Did you ever run a mile? The mile? For
I
time?
ran in track. I did the cross country, which was like 2.5 mile track or whatever. I was never anything. Just a guy that ran. I was on the edge of JV and V, or junior varsity and varsity, like right on the teetering back and forth every match.
Excuse me.
Dwan limps in the straddle pot with 2 queens.
Huck that guy can run. My God.
Doyle smooth calls with king queen.
Yeah, his brother can run.
He beat me in racquetball with no sneakers. Just barefoot.
Doyle makes the best hand with a pair of kings. Hansen with 5s. Dwan check calls 3,000. He's got 1 out. There's another overcard to his hand and a 3rd diamond on the board, giving Doyle the nut flush draw to go with the best hand. Dwan calls 7,000. No action on the end, and Doyle rolls over kings to take the pot.
I want to see the winning hand.
Was it the winning hand?
His brother ran a 412
Oh my Lord.
on me for 25,000.
Huck's brother?
Huck's brother.
How about for bits of endurance that poker players have done? Peter Tran, aka Young Man, walked 60 miles in. Wait, yeah, he walked. What was the thing? It was 24 or 20 hours. He walked 60 miles. That's what it was. It was something like insane. And for 50K, he posted the money, and went out and did it. It was like, it's pretty sick.
That was pretty sick.
And there's a 2+2 thread on it, and somebody was giving the splits and the whole thing, and his feet were all messed up. He said if somebody gave him a 10-to-1, 500,000 to 50,000, he wouldn't do it because he feels like he's damaged his body irreparably now. He has a weird thing in his leg now, and his heel and whatever. It's hard
Really?
Yeah. He said I don't think I could do it, but and if I go back in time, I wouldn't have done it if I'd known if it was even bigger odds. Like he feels his body's messed up now.
What kind of shoes did he wear? I wonder.
He didn't even have it all prepared or whatever. He just kind of.
Yeah, I'm saying, I feel like...
Sorry, my bad. That was not a move. I thought it was Eli and
I feel like it'd be way easier on you if you had like 4 pairs of sneakers.
Right,
And
and you're
good
supposed to
sneakers
put
and
oil
stuff.
on your socks and all this weird stuff, I heard. He didn't do any of that stuff. Just kinda.
33.
To walk 60 miles.
That's 3,300.
Because the impact's different than running.
Here we go again between Gus and Phil Locke.
Yeah, I bet us one time he could walk from Fort Worth to Dallas, which is about 35 miles.
What is
with
it?
100 pounds
18? No,
sack
17.
of concrete on his back.
You bet who?
You bet, man, another guy. He did it too.
Huck did?
No,
That's the classic math thing. It took me till like 8th
No.
In
grade.
how long?
wasn't any time, but
to
he
get
couldn't
that
stop.
extra one out of there. I swear to God, it was in 8th grade where I finally done it.
After a bet and a call of 3,300, Hansen spikes an ace on the turn.
He was
And for once, he's got the best hand.
a bull of a man. He died though real early. He was about 50-something years old. He would really gamble.
Oh, I don't know. How much is it? 70?
77.
Wouldn't you think that I have the ace something suited? No?
Locke does right and lays it down. 1 round over to Hansen. It's going to be tough for Gus to get any money out of Phil Locke if he only calls when ahead and folds when behind. NBC's Poker After Dark, the cash game continues right now.
Week.
Like a week, I think that's what it was.
He had a week to just run to get it. It's so sick. Where do they come up with this? This is like,
Who ended up settling as the victor?
when the guy got his first 50 miles done, I think they settled. They said, oh, we know you can do it, you sick.
Alezra straddles to 800.
I like it when he stayed.
Sorry.
How long did he stay in the strip joint?
Just 24 hours.
How much was that bet?
No, nothing, like 10,000.
Hawk again?
I don't know if I ever write a book, which I probably never will. It'll be about all the bets that I've heard about. I'll just collect all the stories and put them in one book because I've heard so many good stories.
And John Hennigan bet
I'll
that
write
he-
it with you.
He bet that he could stay a week
Really?
in Des
It'd
Moines.
be a good one.
Wait, he said he could do what a week where?
Said he would stay a week in Des Moines,
I think it was a month. I think it was a month.
It was a month. I remember that one. Yeah.
and he settled it after about 2 days.
He paid to get out. Oh my God. Right.
But that Brian's the one that makes all the sick bets.
Brian
He bet he
Zembick
could,
with the-
he bet he could stay in a bathroom for a week, not come out. Could have his food delivered in there. Swobo, he'd send all of his friends in there to do their business every day.
You gotta love Slobotage. Oh my God, that's brilliant. When did it go up? It used to be 14 and 12. Now it's 16. We got new numbers going on.
Brunson and Hansen in for 1,600 each.
I know I'm supposed to raise this, but I'm not going to because I'm out of position against a bunch of geniuses. Is that right? Feels like it's short. No, that's right.
Lock with a bit of verbal misdirection.
You got the ace 10, is that what you got?
I wish it was heads up because I feel like I'm in a chatty mood, but it's like 27-handed, so I can't say anything. Check.
Gut shot straight draw for Phil Locke. Open ender for Gus Hansen. Doyle's ace high in the lead. And he bets it. Hansen smooth calls, and so does Phil Locke. Two checks in front of Gus, who now has a shot to bluff if he wants. Easier said than done, though. Over $18,000 in the pot. You think it would take at least 10 grand to do anything meaningful here? Call it 12-6, says Gus.
What do you think about? I'm curious what y'all think about for so long, everything.
To make sure that it'll be exactly 12-6.
In this particular hand, I was thinking about, wow, I wish a different turn.
No, I mean, it seems like...
Can we see the river? I see where it is. Yeah. No, it's the next one. Yeah, that one.
I mean, what do you think? What are you thinking about? I mean, it's a mystery to me.
I think a 3-second pause, even if you know it's an insta-fold, is reasonable.
I was thinking about would I manage to lose the maximum on this hand. I was trying to figure out.
If you had nerve enough to bluff after that guy called you about 6 straight times, all you had to do is rattle your chip.
We'll return with more cash game action from Las Vegas in a moment. Welcome back to our exclusive poker room inside the Golden Nugget.
They have a clock like we would in chess. I mean, how do you guys play so many screens online? That is really a mystery to me.
I think it's fair if you're going to fold, you can, even if it instant fold, it's the 3-second think pause fold. I think that's, you got to get a little camouflage in there, right? I mean, I know Dawn thinks it's like 22 seconds, but.
I don't ever Hollywood and fold.
Oh, I will, for sure. 3 seconds. I feel you if you're involved in the pot.
I'm thinking.
Because it defends against what the guy, if he's putting you on a draw or a pair.
I'm pausing, I'm thinking.
I either had like, 9-10 or queen 6 or whatever, I don't know.
I was trying to figure out if I bluffed for the 29th time in a row against Phil Lag if he was going to fold.
Open-ended straight draw for Eli Alezra. Gut shot for Tom Dwan.
Dur leads out for the 59th time when I have like complete air. 2 undercards to the bottom.
Betting a call of 3,600.
I would change that, but I don't like voluming down. It's terrible.
Phil Lag has destroyed me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's all right.
Oh, sorry. Here, I got
I'll play you. I was thinking of playing you.
Obviously, you knew that you had to call 1,600 pre-flop with that 6-8 offsuit, and if a 6 came, you just had to.
No, I fought the pair of straight draw, and then I was like, well,
I have to say raise
turn,
if I raise.
you either have the crush,
Right?
a flush or
I
a
think
5,
so.
or it's kind of like one of those, you're putting me on a flush draw that I missed,
Yes,
and
okay,
it's
go
kind of
ahead.
like, or a 2, I don't know.
But you didn't have time enough to think all that. You acted immediately.
No, while he was thinking, I came out with my answer.
Eli hits a 9-high straight.
I was doing my numbers in my head. I was like, are you calling this? I think you are.
I guess I play too much the way I feel.
And by the way, with the 9-4 diamonds, I would have insta-called him, except I was trying to think, is there any way to value raise this? And I couldn't find that.
Make it a 10-high straight for Eli. Dwan makes top pair. Third heart out there.
I don't want to absorb his chips by osmosis. I want to get it with set over set.
Actually, I don't mind. I tried a stupid bluff followed by another stupid bluff, and then for the 3rd time a stupid bluff. The only thing I'm mad about is really calling Phil Hellmuth on the river.
Dwan lays down, and Eli takes the pot after a pot-sized bet.
A little part of us died when.
That wasn't too bright.
I would have called. Then again.
Alezra still stuck in the game quite a bit on his second buy-in.
I wouldn't have called him.
No, I just didn't learn. I just didn't see what hand he could have. But I mean, the King of Hearts made sense.
On the turn, what was the bet on the turn?
Yeah. He bet 5,500.
He bet?
I checked.
And then he bet and then got there.
Alezra bumps it to 3,400 with ace-king.
I'm out.
Go ahead.
Both blinds in the straddle out, and he'll take a rare uncontested pot.
I loved Phil Gaffon's blog when he said, oh, I just did the math and it looks like I have to wait 5 years to find out, like, because he was winning and then losing and whatever. And he said, well, with the sporadicness of the big games, I have to, like, my position won't even be smooth for 5 years or something like that.
What year is...
I don't read anyone's blogs.
Okay, from 1962. You know when Kennedy got killed?
Wasn't it 63?
Yeah, I think it was a little after. I'm not sure.
Buying buildings, kid.
I would guess 63,
Or 75 years.
It's your small body.
63. 27. Oh, that's a long ways off, isn't it?
Lock limps in with queen-jack suited.
The Warren Commission opens their fact-finding thing in 75 years.
And so does everyone else.
That was on trying to do something.
Yeah. I don't think I'll make it.
Nah.
You could.
Top pair for Doyle.
Check.
Middle pair for Locke.
I think I'd bet on you.
Have a chance.
Gut shot straight draw for Ellie.
But still pretty deep.
It's been 57 years. Oh no, it's been 47 years. Oh.
Big difference in 18 and 28.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be. I mean,
It's a good thing to shoot for.
Down to 3 now, and the best hand checks.
Check.
yeah, if they really have something to
As do Locke and Alezra.
they're gonna do it.
Board pairs on the end.
Check, check, check.
Checked around again, and Doyle will show down the winner.
Thought I had the best hand.
Damn.
I was like insta showing. I put you on a draw and I put him on a draw, and I was wrong.
So I got to wait how many more years?
28.
28.
I had Jack 20 clubs, 40%.
You can do it.
Roy that straight flush. Wow.
We'll return with more Poker After Dark, the cash game, in a moment. 5-handed cash game action continues from Las Vegas.
Say in the field,
No, he plays
favorite
pretty
to
snug.
make
He
103
folded out of position, you know.
out of the 5.
No real big pots have been exchanged as of late,
Maybe.
but it only takes one hand.
Yeah, I would say so. Against each individual, I'll take the 4 of us against you.
Well,
but
you're-
we'll never know.
Yep.
When you're 70, you're the favorite to make 80. When you're 80, you're the favorite to make 90. But you're not a favorite to make 100.
Raise it to
Oh, that the actuary tables for life extension and stuff?
Yeah.
2200.
So we're gonna
I
have
have
to stand
position,
you
I have
until
to
90.
call.
I don't know.
Right.
When you're,
It's 25.
give me a random 90-year-old.
22?
22.
In
I
14
can't
years,
even, I'm
and
not
I'll
even
take
supposed
him
to call,
100.
but I have such momentum right now, I can't help
90-year-old in the
myself.
US with
I didn't
more
want
than
you to call.
100K to earn.
Really?
Right now, I feel like the vibe is with me.
Had more than 100K for the last 30 years.
All right, check it.
There probably
I
be
checked. I think I might be winning if we both check.
medical things would be better,
Just bet
probably.
3,000.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy a free card.
Locke laying it on thick with top pair.
That's usually a sign of strength. All right. It wasn't
I
an
did my
easy
chart. I'm
drop,
supposed
kid.
to live to be 87. But I think my genes are better than that. I think
Check.
4,200.
4 to a straight out there now, and Locke bets 4,200.
I wouldn't bet.
I'm so much on tilt
Why
against
not?
this guy. I'm just so
Why
much
not?
on tilt.
If I made it over 87,
Yeah.
Just so much
You
on
gotta
tilt.
bet against yourself there. You get the money now. If you gotta pay it out, then ship it.
Wow. Did you see that?
well,
Phil show him the hand. He
Huh?
did this.
I would never do that.
He just
Show him my card? You crazy? there's like a car out there. You know?
Now Locke's just toying with him.
I gave 1,600 for my first new car.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he just.
He's too good, Gus. You got to give him up. Concentrate on some of the weaker spots.
Can I get?
pick on me.
I don't know what I have to do.
Pick on Tom Duan. He's
Can I get
pretty
this
weak
whole
today.
night on replay? Can I just have this be every night of poker I play? It's not usually like this. Sometimes it's pain and misery, you know?
Please.
No, that's for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Locke's up over $90,000 now.
Too good, Phil.
Durr straddles. Two nines for Dolly.
Two.
6,700.
Raise to 6,700.
Locke raising Brunson's limp.
took all the shield out.
I'm playing 100% out of the shell. Which means I can't see anything. I think I'm going to play this with... I think he's making a raise.
No. Call it. How much?
Take 100.
Felt like Doyle went through all the different options there.
Boom.
Settles on smooth calling in position. One overcard to his nines out there, and they're still the best hand.
Check.
Both players check the flop.
12,200.
That's 12,200.
Locke leads out on the turn with ace high and gets Brunson off the best hand.
I feel like so.
I don't know. The deck has been hitting me in the head.
That's the last hand of this cash game. Right now, the players are drawing for new seats. They'll be back next week. Will Dwan get into the black? Will Doyle remain the big winner? You'll have to come back and find out. Don't forget that tomorrow night, it's the director's cut. For Ali Najad, I'm Leanne Tweeden. Good night from Las Vegas.
Tomorrow on the director's cut of Poker After Dark, the cash game.
We got the 3 action guys, 3 a little more quiet, old school, so it's a good mix.
It's just an action-filled table.
Poker After Dark accommodations provided by the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas.